Okay, so in this module, we are going to talk about regular expressions. What are regular expressions and why they are required? So first, let's discuss what is a regular expression. There are several definitions, and one way or the other, they seem like the same. Let me have this particular definition shared with you. A language. So first of all, regular expression turns out to be a language. So it's a language to specify the rules for the set of possible strings. A string is just a concatenation of a lot of characters. So a language to specify the rules for the set of possible strings that you want to search in a corpus of text. Corpus is, you can think about corpus as a very large body of text. So corpus like the big jungle of text, or you can think of as very large database that is termed as corpus. And text. Normally these regular expressions, they are referred towards the strings, finding the strings in a large quantity and very large quantity of data. And data most of the time turns out to be text, but regular expressions, they specify the rules for language that is so abstract that is not restricted to just the characters or alphabets or strings that we are most familiar with or we are most used to with. Here is an example. For example, if you're given a database or you're given a file with a lot of sentences or a lot of words or a lot of passwords, let's say, and you want to identify whether these passwords are valid passwords or not. And let's say the validity criteria is the following. So your password must have at least 8 characters. Let's say there is a predefined set of characters. For the sake of simplicity, let's say that these are English characters and all the characters that are there on the keyboard of a computer that are typable characters in a computer, let's say. So the password must contain at least 8 characters, at least one uppercase letter, at least one lowercase letter, at least one number, and at least one symbol from the special symbols. So let's say there is a set of special symbols, and we need to find out whether given a lot of passwords, how many of them are valid or all of them are valid passwords or not. This is a fairly complicated pattern. I mean, we need to find out whether the given word or a candidate to be a valid password has at least 8 characters or not. That is simple to check. We can just count the number of characters, and the first check is fairly easy. Then we need to check whether it has at least one uppercase letter. So we can again go through in the counting process, we can go through and check whether it has at least one uppercase letter or not. It has at least one lowercase letter. That is, again, if we see bit by bit or piece by piece, that turns out to be simple. It has at least one number. Number means you can call number as digit. So it has one digit. And at least one symbol from the special characters. If you see all the information piece by piece, it turns out to be there may be a single pass or maybe a couple of passes from the candidate password, and the validity can be checked. But in several cases, the patterns to be searched or the patterns to be replaced with other patterns, searching them and replacing them turns out to be not that simple. And that's precisely the reason of the existence of regular expressions that actually makes searching and consequently replacing particular patterns that are fairly complicated. Searching them and replacing them in a string, in a document, or in a set of document, or in a corpus of text, that regular expressions make that task extremely simple. One question might be that why not we use Python program for searching or replacing and all that stuff? For example, whatever that regular expression is doing, can we not do that with a Python program? That's the first question. That's natural to ask. Another question is, why don't we use string functions? For example, in almost all the programming languages, particularly in Python, the string functions are really powerful to search, to replace different patterns and substrings, or even subsequences. I mean, why don't we use string functions? Why having string functions or Python programs? Do we really need regular expressions? And the third natural question to ask is, let's say that the regular expressions, we are using regular expressions. Can they find, or can they solve every problem related to search and replace? Yeah, so these are the natural questions to ask. Why don't we use Python programs for searching and replacing patterns? And why don't we use string functions? The strings library or the string package in Python or in several other languages that is so powerful that it may be of quite use. Why don't we rely on that? And even if we are going to use regular expressions by answering the first two questions, can regular expressions solve each and every problem related to pattern searching and replacing? So first thing first, let me first answer the question of why don't we use Python program for searching? Well, the answer is you can use Python program for whatever, for a task that is going to be solved by regular expression. In fact, regular expression give you a very handy way and very fast way. It builds, in particularly in Python, the Regex library is built very fast. It has a coding very fast, built on top of C. The wrapper is available in Python, but the actual coding is in C. So it's very fast. It offers one-liners, very short codes, very easy to handle, and can handle very complex patterns in very small amount of code. So you can use Python programs for searching. In fact, you can use Python program for anything. And if the question really is, why don't we use a Python program? Why don't we write a Python program on our own? Then the answer would be you may not need any package at all. You can write a Python program from scratch to do anything you want. But having this regular expression library has a similar kind of analogy, although not exactly the same, but similar kind of analogy, why the NumPy is there even if there was a list there in Python. So in Python there is a list. List can handle each and everything, or you can write a program to do whatever the NumPy array is doing. But NumPy offers you a lot of benefits in terms of efficiency and elegance in the code. The same analogy can be applied here. The regular expression library or the package gives you one-liners and the very fast, it's very fast. If you write code on your own, you may not have that efficient code as there is coded in the package, and it offers a lot of customized functions for a lot of complicated patterns. So the answer is we can use Python program, but it is not wise. If we have a regular expression package with us, particularly in Python, it's very fast, it's very handy, and can handle very complex patterns in a very simple commands, as we will see in Python in this module in detail. The second question is, why don't we use string functions? The string functions are fast. I'm not saying that the string functions are really lazy or slow or something like that. The string functions are fast, but they do not offer a wide variety of patterns to be searchable or to be replaceable. In fact, the string functions that are there, writing or calling string functions for complicated patterns, as we will see in this module, it becomes very difficult to handle very complicated patterns using string functions because they are not customized to offer their use for abstract kind of patterns. So regular expressions is much more abstract, can handle much more wider variety of patterns, and hence and one more powerful thing about regular expressions is it is not a language specific thing. set of characters, you can just specify in regular expressions and you're good to go. So string functions, in a nutshell, they are not very wider in variety for complicated kind of patterns. So regular expressions, they go beyond and they are very, very abstract. So the answer to question number 1 and question number 2 may give you a motivation that one should go and learn the use of regular expressions. But then the third question is, can regular expressions solve each and everything? Well, the answer is there may be very complicated patterns that writing regular expressions for those kind of patterns becomes really difficult, very difficult. So in those kind of cases, although those cases are very rare, but in those kind of cases, the suggestion is, or the advice is, to go to write a Python program for that rather than going for regular expressions. So the answer to last question is, well, exactly, can they do each and everything? The answer is no, but the answer no is only for boundary cases and for very rare occurrences of cases. Almost all of the time, regular expression do the job. So yeah, I mean, regular expressions are fast. The package regular expression in Python is really, really fast. It offers much more variety of pattern matching than the string functions, and it can do almost everything. Yeah. So let's see an example in the next video how regular expressions, just based on regular expressions, people came up with chatbots, very fancy chatbots. Yes, just based on regular expressions or pattern matching. Let me give you an example in the next video.